videos ni ade atia no na fa NDC fo ni twuma da pa wo mutwa na MPP fo no ani age ni ebo 2016 ni ebo msema boy na dane ye na from 2017 ade ani butu yi twa butu obi eno so minu anu MPP fo yi omuso mu omutibi twuma da pa twa ya ma Jennifer ko ekura twa ma da pa Jennifer ko ya minu aba na me ni koto fufuo di o kwatena UTV twa ma da pa enso mimi nya ya ma adwene se de me ye ni a ni obi ave ade no asadane ai Nicholas ati ya nemu yo besa na yeye ati ya nemu yo sinepidua yesa adane Nicholas o mane jambo e se NDC fo na sa akodi ha ana MPP fo na ba NDC mo ba bre o NDC fo mba bre cause me matem ni de na sakwe na emo no we no say ohwe omo ayi womo hope no wosoro ana still aye wo bibi tide aha ne bedu bebi wo say aba ufo na say wo Kobi na what say and mummy ye nin komo enkomo ne do so to and ma menhwe you omo ma ba social media ne do so de wo mo do so ya mo for dey korum I confuse one goes kuma yo abo me ni Kofi Ananti for mfie duns Kofi how many years in it? From 2008. 2008 versus Abre if you do say almost 16 years, right? Okay, so 16 years Kofi Anko school, but he is one of the most knowledgeable human beings I've found on earth. Yes, for almost 16 years of working with him, he is one of the most intelligent human beings I've found on earth. And this is natural knowledge. When you change the ABD, school, Kotobe Kuma school. Beautiful. And we are still moving. I mean, Obia war now when we be your power, ye beko break because as a man for because you draw more. Homabre, team no camp we say, and ye be my man for no holidays. More fire for any meal, or more can't now or more holidays labor. Now say one sone, another one so called. Now it is it's Munina Obia could do one muko down you. Why? A new Konebiba. It for the records a cheat for the next week, you know, Kofine General or more holidays. Or more general more the team just wants to send them away to go and relax. Moko ayana also mumutimi enjumani eti moko munya bibia motwa na mo de abane ya de 2 page no so eti ombe woni se Kofi General atene no moko ye ni ehyiranka erade entim ni nyina mo nyina mbeko mako why yes Kofi ayanko ni enko adwuma na no de na wo ho ohene ye rezu ana mu resume ye no ohene eto be na wakofa free board so azia o ma enkrofo ebu efu eto adai yes when you two free board so why no who be this hey are you of fire is it yenti of fire yenti dani shime aba no D11 no me blemu bia so Okatakyie FIFA da me blemu no me blemu bia so Okatakyie FIFA na me blemu no agona nyame wa na me blemu se tax we na mo so na tax we aba enka jai ma to ba ko no ntena board no so na nka yenya asumdue wudi mirika ma yakoyi to ba ko na free board so na yakofa to foforo ba yakoda ko sore ya o makɔhyɛ tokuro makɔnoa apapa ho abin soko di levy santan eti Okatakyie FIFA wo na me boss bo enka ma eto ba ko no nkɔpɛ ne board so ntena nka Ghana fo sɛ kuro ma to mienu na wahasi me moto obi adi to eto obi mu nyina munim to okro enka ma kwan na to ba ko no nkɔto na board no so na nka Ghana fo nyina aso munuen akɔyɛ hu de da ma sɛ patakonje ko abobo ama sɛ yɛ to ba ko na free ana yɛ de to foforo ba eti yɛ betia why tax for na aba no D11 no memblemu bia so Okatakyie FIFA da meblemu no memblemu bia so Okatakyie FIFA na meblemu no agona nyame wa na meblemu se tax we na mo so na tax we aba enka jai ma to ba ko no ntena board no so na nka yenya asumdue
Udi mirika me yako yi to ba ko na free board so na yakofa to fofraba. Yakoda ko sore ya o ma ko hyeto kuroma ko noa apapa ho abin so ko di levy santan. Etika de Jeffrey fa wo na mebo so bo enka ma to ba ko no nkope ne board so ntra na ka Ghana fo se kuroma to mienu na wa hasi. Me moto obi adi to etu obi mu nyina munim to okro
da ni yiri free so o fa ya o ti se mu na o ti a kire wa o no mo o so moto obi adi to etu obi ya ko yi to ba ko na free board no so ana e say to obi nso aba to obi blame me na me hu so obi say can the chef knows next nothing about journalism ampa o mo journalism me fa nya hwe eti mun ko na mko tie be na da blame mo na abene journalism. Omune nim journalism. You know journalism ni yada. Johnny.
Invite you.
Johnny Bear.
Johnny
si asia tutu. Johnny Bear. Johnny Hughes. Ada was it aí?
Esse é o Kemu.
Ada aí.
Johnny.
Eti yentie Johnny. Okay, so Johnny said that yentie no.
Happy that you are giving them cheaper prices of fuel at the pump. But they are now complaining that you have given us this, we are happy, we are praising you. Now you want to come and take 1 cedi of every liter. It shows that you have not properly engaged the people. If you had engaged the people, you'd have known that, we can't pay 1 cedi. We don't want to pay.
No. Hold on. Where? Johnny Hughes. Me Johnny Hughes. Oni. Johnny Hughes ni. Johnny's bite. No, where Johnny's lick? Where Johnny's bite? Where do all lick who on bite? Johnny said Johnny's bite. Mama sent and you see, some of us, we are natural born orators. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm an extempo speaker. I'm an expert when it comes to language. And when somebody is speaking, I intentionally watch them and the choice of words they use and what they intend to use the choice of words for. Now, meet here, Johnny. It's so funny that the Johnny I know, he's not biting. He's licking around the issue. So either say, we didn't free Johnny's bite to Johnny's lick. They say, one lick as but Johnny Lake. But so person bite Johnny. So my mention there or my mention the menu Johnny here. Mu hold on. Daniel Bonnie Yenti start view
At the pump.
Okay, so start view.
But they are now, the people are happy that you are giving them cheaper prices.
So first of all, Danny wants to remind the people that for yate so nti monya happy. It's not the people speaking. Danny can they who feel it? Can they who feel it? There is one issue yato Petroleum and ayate so, and there is another yade tax yato so. So when you want to hit it, go straight and hit it, and say tax na modi yato so no. It is neither here nor there. And answer me support it. You must bite. You don't need to lick. So he said the people are happy that you've reduced. So communication. He wants to remind the people that we've reduced the pump, fuel price at the pump. Johnny nya kan wasa. Ye kan di levy once after yes Johnny obey.
But they are now complaining that you have given us this, we are happy, we are praising you. Now you want to come and take.
Okay. Hold on. Look at what they are praising you that we are not happy. You are, and you look at no. The people have not said they are happy anywhere. So Johnny, please continue to bite. Don't be licking. This one sounds like you are licking instead of biting. Johnny, please, you have to lick. And you have to bite. Don't lick. After was it, the people are happy and they are Johnny, come on, it's tax in the account was him. Tax in the was him. After young to us,
it shows that you have not properly engaged the people.
Okay, so wait. So again, Johnny is saying that the issue is not about tax and added to but the issue is about engaging the people. So he's moving semantics. He's moving away from the core issue to now say that you should have engaged the people. So the problem is communication. And he will go on to say it that the only problem the MPP had was communication. So Johnny, please bite. A tax and I, the opposition is saying, what do you think? Don't be doing semantics with language. Johnny? Maybe I know bite. Akufo-Addo Diani, you are not going to say it this way. Johnny's bite.
Exactly.
I'm going.
If you had engaged the people, you'd have known that, oh, we can't pay 1 cedi. We don't want to pay 1 cedi. We want to pay 30 pesos. We want to pay 5 pesos. Or we don't want to pay. Communication was the problem of the previous government. I told you.
Johnny. Communication was not the problem. Akufo-Addo levy engage Ghana for across the country. You call home stakeholders, town house meeting. So it's not communication. Don't make it substantive issue. Oh, Miana Johnny. Oleke. Johnny bites it. What it? Bites it there. What you say? I bite it. Hey, Johnny. Bike. Why do I challenge it? And Oleke home. Johnny, it's not communication. Communication is never the issue we are discussing here. And I'm saying I'm an expert when it comes to language. Because it comes natural to me. And when somebody speaks, I know the opposite of the word maybe the masses will not know. So you prepare their mind before you hit them with the real. I can't lay foundation when it comes to commerce. I mean, don't do these things. The people are happy that the fuel prices have gone down at the pump. So I'll prepare a month for an agony. Say, Jack, you should be happy. Don't you person bite up? Person bite so I show the now you move away from there. Obianka no beti catch. Obianka said to show the Johnny's bite. Over now person you bite in the floor, you free ho. E bread na person the bite in the banana diaba. Afe mummy enko na menya de me free hotel na me wi a me hokoro me nsem free gatem. Why? Na me dem start to gatem mu be na otwe mienu ni. Na me wi a me hokoro me nsem free. Na yi ni ade. General me yese me mamamfo no ho ato mo e wo wi ase. Me sese me kuma mamfo no dia. Da sani bia ni ho amsuru no. And nobody will be exempted. Who abuse man for the cyberbullying. When you abuse them, your physical crowd can be different. Na obi baya, o bully, o chatro, o ye nipa bone. Na MPP 1 year hearing tino, o chatro ye musane chilensa. And gradually the people are getting to know him for who he is.
Exactly.
Nene yanko he video bi. And you see, such a character, or you're mercenary, put you on a canquan, you'll be trapped to all munity. Never the same affair yet. Yes, the chicken are coming home to roost. And I'm sorry, I'm home video be an NDC chairman be a war. I ask a man time for you. Walk you come more. Sabranche or Sanay kitchen in the idea. Or chatro as a tonoso. Yen should be big to a be. Not you are, send him a cayano. Yahuri and some free film. And I got him. Not you are young cop. Na a ye. Danny Famiconian a year chairman no was a man time for you. Young got Ninji. Danny, family, near dear. A Bakua walk Muse, why ye so a galamsia, and swan a galamsia, and ya dear general, no man, not here for no movie. Why? When you are dear near dear. General, San, why? Daniel, no. Now, I was yet the tower near bucket ready. Why? If we are here as a sign of say, would you call gutter anymore? We will come into the gutter, take our shirt off, we will lash you. When we are done, we wear a white shirt back and we will move on. It's that simple. We don't really care. If we have a discussing matters of importance. A band with medical catch them so a fracadam a bind. A band with medical catch them so for Monco baby. Aban we medical catch him say baby I see could be general ko boano mo nchusu near ye nantin ko ye. Now aban ne be scam yo mo. E levy ho nsem ko fie be ka bi. Ye wie nso a ye hye wo mo bo se ne be continue the issue no e ka be continue. And the last end of the show, we will come to it and we'll discuss it. As to the team's position, where we are going, the direction. Now, you will so go be. Me catch them contain and uncle baby. Now, you be more a year Admakon Collins Admakon. A year John Jinapo. Or Mushia, you know, said you John Jinapo, and one in the year. Afe bibi koso sa tetem jo mama be ko tetem won ko tetem ni ade no gradually they are sowing a seed in the public na won so mama market for ma bi e sete e ye ton bi ni agenda ye radio mama in an event kwasi as samra ni as sa tetem limit no 2 terms limitation ye free wa you know say emra bia ni wa ye ti ya it takes retrospective effect et enya adwuma more fire and we will continue to educate the people what the position of the law is. More fire. Now we somebody might be a John Forman say, so your mama petetema, or boy, agenda, almost so seed. So my come here plus but 2. I know near so I am man penasa. Your mama on cotetem, on China, and we will educate the people. More fire. And it's our idea be almost yes, any regional balance. Yeah, to a bar, you'll be renewed. Region a constituency 6 penny womb. What's this our region will be renewed? Will be renewed region a year 47. Side panel read 1 region. A young county in me as 1 and 1. When the man said, my goodness, said, we will have that conversation. It's ye be sound community. Na yanko ile Dani wa NDC ni ana Dani Wamu so seed bi na no ne preparing of the people's minds enya adwuma I will not allow it and no Ghanaian will allow it and ye dikaka obi anya be manche obi a that one I can assure you we will educate the masses on the constitution. Now I'm on GhanaRecords.com. Now I'm on read your stories na GhanaRecords.com stories ni chego read bi. You said you can share mobono. For the records is here to stay. More fire. Nothing will change it. More fire. Mandani, Trodana and NDC semna bem kakra. Naba. You ready comments in be na you fan train. Okay, so hold on, Danny. Position. Let's look at something. I mean, who said when I dog to dog fight? Kramaka will be a Yenti adie, Danny start bio, Yenti adie, Yenti. Danny, Bonnie Yenti. Okay, so. Danny start bio. Ope omo ma say asase pa edio e di galam say asay eye chebi area wa e abrati we e fera beku me a town plan committee and repeat bio muntie hold on Danny hold on pause it afi me catch them say sa kwa we ono na the highest bidder unya tua ne kanko ade a obeba betina wa twatoro ato so now or the MPP for in the past I fed what the yen in NDC for it's get your say or NDC ni and then we want to work him abeku kafrate more supporting and saying and no ye so yentie boy na numu asem so apparently now him said there is a video oka se Kenoforia Tate restaurant bia ono na ekotwa ye say video Dr. Ren ekotwa and so akwa be ka kiram so ne twa ye hu kan for that no go twa wo mu efia wutim kra wo mpie wo sha wo yire basement a wo mpie tu ko hu kan for that way Dr. Ren UK ano hu second for that tate eye baabi ano wo twa ye so but this guy better now na me hu kan for that sia na me twa ye ne ade he is a confident trickster no one does another funny and done so it's a muntie asamoka or say boy no and say chemi nsase na mo hwe picture na o use ya o dey come boy na say okay then the boy is coming to explain sasa video look on no kwan so ko fight na mo ko ya o ko fight no and nipa wo di bone DC according to the boy DC ho NDC DC onu na etu asase ne say no bem say DC ne fra ujaf na ja as usual o ko clear ne to okra ne to na obae no say akwa we mum na edi bone so such a character to the extent so be say insase mo de mum yenti
chebi ipotemu a ope omo ma say asase pa etiu edi kalam say asay eye chebi area wa abrati we fara
abeku me a town plan committee chairman wo Ankasi Jedem me who say tinta woman so me who say Kevin Taylor e dey the picture bi ababeto abonti so say me ye galamsey say mo hwe picture na eda ho na amanse na omo hwe picture na eda ho na omo ntie baby a picture no efi eba me a picture ni fi ba ye eye nipa oye adwuma am call na sase no so am the beto abonti na enu na Kevin Taylor or the target me wo abonti nti be so empelifo na obiete video na me koye no mutelo no chelo meka ho asama kire
ida na ko
yo o hwe adwuma ya galamsey ya ekofi ya eye DC NSC ana yes a galamsey oni ni mia jo ani dance mo ana yes adwuma we o hwe bi ti say eye owura ku eye tebi owura ku ono so account ono so site na wo ti wo no ana owura ku omu tu sa ensase ya wo Ankasi Jedem that is ya kono so several times so to America to omu kata so eye tiwa is this eye NSC omu tu ko omu kata so one of day yaka no last quarter to me abeku me am the langa and e tun sa so asama gambo why any baba ku pen no be so chapter me abeku me site ni minister to Ankasi Jedem minister to bia asama gambo me minister to bia eye NS eye DC on our site ahura more than 8 what does it it is like me go to na DC and eye said money na place ya po na iso no ya highway no I'm not the one that this is to some na na self-service certificate abeka cho say den chem ewu osu ase a so we because self-service me atitibia you have got to say den chem ewu osu ase a so we because me am tell the whole Ankasi Jedem me am here temporary committee chairman it mean sure say we this we want to yan say now what done work of outcome and it am me nya to say na better ban say this no oni me djuma because self me am down me party member me nya MPP ni o me nya MPP ni me full NDC na me party card ni me full NDC ni me nya MPP ni no be that say me tag no there be me full MPP ni any party card ni Ghana say me full NDC na we be talk catch am say what do we find out by you go excavator more than 8 excavator say good as mo obu dis as excavator say good as mo sell if you want to go ka e go follow by na mo say no moto so mu traka no bu by force no bu choose as me say no me be kana wo dis ni wo ba ba tag mo say me na me tu galamsey video ewie no mo say enipa boniyefo bi akoma Kevin Taylor ska say on condemn me chema abeku me prese sani pa boniyefo yi ebe say Ankasi Jedem asase omu tutu ni galamsey wo Kevin Taylor why wo fu eno wafo so bi a yehudo to Kevin Taylor ma meka asem nkyira wo wajimi unim nyansa o say Ghana wo kwa na wo fi Ghana wo so nkwa na wo ti Ghana ha wo ujimi ese eto saka brabo ya abona aka wo Ghana ko sha brochiri so uji wudi a braga na be bo brabo anya ne ahwa de ye Ghana ha ne yate o ha ne yate yatete ye bo ye bra nso ye koyenim ye tu kwan o aye so nyasa wajimi wo sa ta game say mimi ye MPP ni mo ya me party card ni me nya MPP ni o ana me so say make say me ye MPP ni ba me be full NDC member uba Ankasi Jedem a mo bi say youth wo ho enu mo bi say youth wo ho me ana me sponsor yo NDC mu bi say it what is no mo nkas mo cho NDC mapoka wo papa ye be campaign ka ye fa ye be campaign awon me mom schedule tutu kwa tutu apa eye me chema abeku me na me di said money na na sata no me ka so macho say every bitiminya 100% wa me no mo je boss.
Okay, so Danny, it's okay. Kobi. So sa video we enyama miensa ne wo mu. First of all, DC ya yes won konkwe yensa so na omonsa se ne oban no. According to Abeku, DC ne ats ma wo to Galamsey. Okay? Then Abeku ne town planning committee chairman. And he stands up saying, me ma DC in microphone to Galamsey. After DC, according to Abeku, who say Kabintela betimi aye mercenary adwuma ma no. It's some catch am say sakwa we ye nipa fun ye nipa kan pa. It's the way Abeku ya ma mekasa. Ana wutie guy we ya. Aka beka so ka wo ka no kore. Se wo koche bi mpotemu a. Nipa wo sense asepa. Meanwhile, mo sense ase na no obo mo ba so. DC. It is Abeku ya mekasa. And this guy does it with almost everybody. Exactly. They cannot lies. And me, no can't say man anymore. Until so the bam so. What me try and trust and me say So if indeed Semeira now will be nim who I am, I'm sure Senko Beji dia kwai kandi. Funny enough, on me yire mu ne nyini wo oboase. So they know him. And obesha se no nim Semeira fro oboase. It obesha se no sha se kwase asem na ne yire no what how what timere watu bini no what ya no say the next day he came in and said, "Oh, say ne minua ba akora no." And NDC for wo Abeku say wo kekam. Satam kwase ade say no ye kwase ade say ya on kam grow ade achi yen so oba ya no be ye say na yire nkwa menua nti mo musa say na obeka first one na wonnim say ye wonua yeah and what sha say ofro no ana mechichi nkofo nsa se ton won cry any wantimi afa krata ba akokora mechire ade achi no police report ade achi na ne kwate awuo ana em so be friend ka chance akwa no wo ade achi ahwa no asase sa no wa wo san kraman so tam na ne kwate awuo na wo so woni ba no de he na wo ka ana se si awon na beka chose akwa no wo ma it is say no wa wo san kraman. So you are not, and this is the character you guys have been listening to for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you believe him. Media, you didn't see her. You wouldn't be. Number some children say, "Oh, you drag anymore? I can come in there and I'll beat you with star."
Precisely.
Also, I'm having some Romans Africa. I'm very focused on a national development. I see it to say. Now, my show white shirt. I show you. And some information in the home. Once was I got anymore with you, let's show. I want to say from. I'm told. Yeah, you friend no more some people say na froko no. Ozo NDC anyway. Bibi jijeo. Efogado. Obi? Eti yane na wie kwasiade na wo ye. Wo say sigata anymore we will come and beat the hell out of you. Now you focus on Yankan Ghana ourselves. Let's move on. We don't have time for nonsense. Kobi most of the NSC, general. You next one. I know you're there.
Yes, Mahama Petete.
Okay, so Danny bo video be me hu ye and so worrying the video. And obi na share chiri. And almost say ye instigating ni ade ni. Say. Kobi yenti man yenti.
No be say traso e biemu ba ya hu ma kwa ye twahia ha ni asai. Ya bogoro chidom. Ya fo so ye bata wachi ama watira ejani sibiemu. It's say when the 5 months attack, I am never way. Not for years and never dear, a dog also, and to never tell I'm a was out to us. Yada was so a bus. Never start to a blooming pie. Young man for your church, your head, and I say, your bogoro to them, your follow so you never tell I'm a watcher, a Johnny Sibian. It's say when the 5 months attack, I am never way. Not for years and never dear, a dog also, and to never tell I'm a was out to us. Yada was so a bus. Never start to
Okay, so go you are buying free so. Now we a tone be no be a certain. A Sri Lanka this and it is say. And a 4th day. It's for a day. June 4th for revolution. Now I said let's say 1979 June 4th revolution. Sometimes JJ Rawlings decay May 15th. Coup Amfa and succeeded. Said your Fidel Castro. And try May 15, 1931. And also Amfa. 1951. Obey second coup. JJ Rawlings the man to Fidel Castro. It was try 15th May 1979. Na mum ranchen mabawa ni die o ye 1979 coup no. Ene say na champion aba 72. Aba beji tumi afribusi ansem. Ani yetimu ani yes wa aba beji tumi dia. A champion ye ne call back to the barracks. Na yansa into a democracy so. Ana champion tumi ya ba ne de. A champion so nim so wo ye adwuma. And in natural fact champion ye adwuma pa. Ofa Ghana ha no ye history ne ba no a. Uyi Kwame Nkrumah ne ade ne ayi a. A champion ne president Kufuor na wo ho. Na champion no de ntie yen kai no. Ene se Kofi. Wono ne betu eye MPP aban which is Busia. Eti MPP form penani mu ahwe. Eti yen kai no. Ana NDC form so de betu a champion aban. Eye 79 June 4th ene dua ya 1979. Eti se JJ Rawlings ye 1979 ku. Ye kai eye Jomama. Says wonim no aye na adwene se. Said ye champion ye so be overstay no. Overstay e betu no. And June 4th should remind him. And it should remind him. Says an ebreson. No, so best is constitution. Our brother, when it's a constitution and Article 66 clearly says, say you can have only 2 terms. So you're not going to say, or become more than 2 terms. That means when you swipe the constitution, what to constitution not what and what to constitution to Article 3. That's what be our better constitution not what young 5 years. And from 2020, restore constitution. Let me read Article 3. Nobody's going to intimidate anybody.
Exactly so.
And some who so see the B. 1979 June 4th and then the entire NDC for mobile a champion here yes one barracks a champion was momentarily kakra after crowd the friend be union government mumfa mo democracy ni mebo military yesterday be a champion ko all ye ni ade na na palace school omo anu no mo the FWK kufo e ba be si so ko finya sa and FWK kufo no ye ni ade o yes 79 kai no kwa JJ Rawlings no was your friend say was a jail because for year May 15th omo de ko jail tribunal tena na asem so de ko jail eti ya na man for year say na jeje na year June 4th revolution enye jeje na year satam no she jail eye boachi boachi jan o sa hine boachi jan ene ne nkofo na year June 4th no nkofo ajeje be di anim if so na word the charisma ne personality no aye di year ni ade eti ne kwa yen set record straight ye kan June 4th enye jeje na year jeje ni ku attempted first one May 15th efeli June 4th no she jail he couldn't have been that he orchestrated the coup from jail. Precisely. It was Major Boachijan. One year first coup new year succeeded. And omko yi jeje. Omo ye na no dimirika be fa player or the fair we mu ye antics bi ada bi e kan wasam kire wo. Dem God say ye stay on course. Now say JJ Rawlings mo ye coup. June 4th mene ayi ye fra papa say ayi chairman I say don't get here. So I call like torch. It should remind your mama. So we are going to say obe overstay. The same Ghanaians of yesterday are the same Ghanaians of today.
Precisely.
Would you dear we are, Your Excellency? Thank you, Mr. President. Bye bye. Ni am ya boy sama ma. Share no ko tran Open mine money yes, or mine Ghana yes heaven. If there's also a constitution and take a retrospective effect.
Precisely.
Exactly. It's also a constitution as you have a crowd you 2 terms left free. Yeah, better many biono. Wanna be enjoy. It's a war bano. You came on the basis of this constitution. And this constitution at the time that you became the president, it told you that you can only be president for 2 terms. It will pass a constitution. People bet me 100 terms. wo affected
Teach him.
nipa obeba no ne de be starting so wo dey affected if say the time that we swore you in on this constitution, so you are going to abide by the rules of this constitution.
Exactly.
At no material point can you say because one person the president etin ma ko ise jomfo ma na chi se joma ma petete ma ye beto an so e wa bra article 66 clearly it states it go be go read article 66 here you read article 66 here your excellency article 66 say yango you read the article 66 was it a president elected shall subject to clause 3 of this article hold office for a term of 4 years beginning from the date of which he was sworn in as president. So your excellency you can only per article 66(1) be a president for 4 years from the time of your swearing in. That's what this constitution says, and it is this constitution on which you were sworn in. What's the constitution? It won't take retrospective effect. Abeyewie was say a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. Constitution when you swear in on. That constitution you say you can only be a president for 1 term, which is starting from the day you were sworn in for a period of 4 years. Now we are 66(2). Or see a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. It took 4 years. 4 years. Thank you, Ghana. I appreciate you. Bye bye.
More fire. More fire.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Saa ade na mo to mu ne fa hin gosi obi se obi ye bibi tia eye constitution no wo kan wo mo se any amendment eti o mo ahyeria ma H kwesi prempemo professor kwesi prempemo so mo eye so mo be ya amendment na even amendment no ofie enye bibia na betimi amend the framers of the constitution they are so intelligent that they knew that a day will come we will have a power drunk person who will say that I want to go 3 terms. It will your majority said the enemy no kote ho no quick omo pass e na obetimi amend it will move dividing into 2 article 290 yanko article 290 article 290 I can pain say you were a friend of entrenched provisions of the constitution and non-entrenched and the executive the whole of chapter 8 entrenched. What it be chapter 8 you are supposed to undergo a certain process in the saying yanko read article 290 Obia ni ho your mama ntimi international mama na adam Obi yanka article 290 was this article applies to amendment of the following provisions of the constitution which are in this constitution referred to as entrenched provisions which are referred to as entrenched provisions. So the constitution article 1, 2 and 3 the territories of Ghana, Article 4 and 5, the laws of Ghana, Article 11, Fundamental Human Rights, Chapter 5, the whole of Chapter 5. Now, okay, F or see the executive, Chapter 8. It is the whole of Chapter 8, the whole of the executive, entrenched. Now, you read how entrenched provisions are supposed to be amended. It was the mama want me amended. Mama nada mo. Dek. Mumsua de ni binkam. President mama want me anya hwe. We or see you are why near mama educated no. Or see you were work money kwaku ni kom si de. O sua mra wo. Money kwaku. Da bia muso di matem. Ensu ni tiri hwe nim. Mra wo sua. Kwaku mama educate you. Or see the people can amend the constitution. Which people? Which people? Which people? If it's a chapter 8, as Article 66 entrenched provision. And as obey amendment of entrenched provision. Yanka Article 90. What's the entrenched provision? 92. A bill of amendment of entrenched provisions shall, before Parliament proceeds to consider it, be referred by the Speaker to the Council of State. So the bottom line, the long and short, ontimi amendation. Ontimi amendation. Only to me, Mobia Nadano. Eti mo e ma na muti dwom no ayeda da mo say mo meka say Jomama betini a standing ho awan. The bottom line is that Jomama cannot amend anything or amend the Ghana constitution. No cause a president be betimi akọ 3 terms ah. Onu amu dey all enjoy. The obaba next ne be enjoy. Asa. Ye kra no ye mu be ye prefer say and combine one straight term of 7 years. Who we are near ma bye because ye hunu say mo ye na amatu 8 years. It can mote one free so many panwa. No about no 7 years to develop. Na me mo fun so church go bi.
Papa.
Amemo fun. Church. E bia ne die ehu yi. Se we ne manfo na ni nyama so. Amemo yi. Na ne ye bebie mo ni. Mo se wo mo de die levy aba. Die levy. Tumso levy. Yayi e levy. Ani ye di levy aba. Afa ye mreki ne da manfo ne ti ase.
To people.
More fire.
Money say he can get 70% to change the constitution. Money wa adwene ne mo ha. Come read the constitution into detail. 70% be ya.
More fire.
Onya wo yes obe amend the constitution in rough way bia betu no.
Precisely.
Ye betu no. Because constitution me ho kwan say so be yes obe bibia tia no a. Ye ntu ne ntwene.
More fire.
So you know. And then this for mama nadam. You see, abayin na bafufro, and it looks as though abayin no ho akono still. And so na kufu ado ba fufro na tie. Your mama 2017. What can someone here did not tell me? If said na kufu and abayin no na be ma opposition no why akono. Ebi ani deal be ya go fa me. First one you. Okoba point 3 wo ba ya na toka kraka ya na free board so. Second one. Na ne namua container yira container nyirai na fe bi lusu hope ni ade o ma promise wo mo se obey o ma kwan a wanye eti political party power et so atofu wala go kem onya boss tanwen na sha se yere we ye dey bewe the open position a wa ama no one na chitafo bu afu sa na tie wiase eti ba ye be ko first year be ko second ye wura third no mo amanya adaje a mo ye niam anyina motimi nye
More fire.
Motimi nye
Yohani.
Eti na da bia mudi mato na mo ya mesere no mo bebre se mo gije 500,000 no ebedu ba bi ye ntua kila ntua ebedu ba bi kila ntua aba foforo se na mo gi amam bie mo a mudi di atem social media no ebedu ba bi kila ne hunu se aban ne ho ya hia afa wogi a yugia hi bia minimu MPP be ko opposition fa kase nyina fi yugia ni pabone phobia nchen afa ne yewie yugia he frame me ko afrifa na ne me number ye wo opposition yugia he no frame ahomache si enkonko ya advert 8 years yugia he na mpeke me koda 8 years and no opposition awo frame na se de yugia he ye sa na mo de ne be duru ba bia sika no kodiwa emma eti musu mo ho be ye aban enti bo we aba foforo na mo kila ntua ai gobi ese ya no mo kam ni awofra mo mfa sa enya se bi so o ma hyede wo ebi wo anwuma na dɔɔso ebi wo ani phone no ka so betena se afa call bi a enti wo awofra ya wa mfa wo befu sa ndie ma ban ho ya hia no obi eti ade ya mo ya de we ya ko ne de ban mo nkrofo de bi betena fie by 2024 enya de nipa munya o mo mkoto abamam mo benyi o mo mo beto abamam sometimes ni nkrofo eja obo mbufu ya ni ade ni akeka bi akoma atuma Gobi, political party power. We at se fuwa. Unya de gu ka mu aboso tanwen na ehi enko soro da. Beboa. Onti ana Mugabe beka se, wo mo hihye land enji wo mani. Se Mugabe buafu. Me se Steve Wonder. Na no me so no su twabo me. Wanim sa ayi. Na no se we ye akoya ne we ya no de cha tare ne he. So no so ya no di matem. Na no mfemfem se wo sapo yi. Menua ayi listo wana na poku. We ni be ma we didi me matem. Na ka me no msu de kanua no. Ko poku didi matem NDC Yeah, politics near me. And I know one who's wagga. Also called Randy Abiho. Now Randy Amano, a year contract. It's say I need go. And I, your mama buy a senior man away anymore. Kwame Wadako, a Uqua, a Opon for Su. Yeah, they say so. I'm on way. To a Muswachita for Ninaga. And I sent a phone woman, I come for a woman in a sideline, baby, or Muswaga. Now, don't mind, he said, Juma, Yama Munina. They say, Mobile, Money Santa in the Ashubom War. Money Santa in the Ashubom War. It's another mind, he said, it's a more Yama more 2020, no, 24. 1 year, you might be old. Not on my head. What else about the Conimian Mutra, but we said, or any Bioma. Debbie, they say, Quawan. They say, quite a fast one. What it's in Indian Macam Fontem, say, by Yamba Bama NDC. They say, one no. Yan Yemiano. One no. It is almost 1 year view. It's a coffee say, ya. Money, why? Yeah, you deck. To say, ya, and my political party, no super. Why? Now, don't mind, he say, near the air, copycat the other one, and I want so no. 5 years, you question him. Sadanese was she was a dear bayo. Hey, Chodana Niamanoa were high. It go be a political party power, the behi. We are day behi. We are day behi. Ebehi. Miss Uchu Munia Betia. Now, what do I hear about you man to say? Now, dear Chiana, a Santina, where did you know Baba? Now, okay, I just was baby no at bar, baby Pejaba. Baby no Musuba, baby Pejayina. Now, fair Musumba, baby Jabago. And yes, you're beautiful. Now, do my hair. Now, go we man function. And then if you say a picture now, President Mama Chia. A branch of your so a year, a friend say, Sampa, Heneno, Samudia. Okay, so the picture is on the page. Fabra Nianka, some President Mama. President Mama Santi Hinebube, no one tears here. Sausu Busantehine, and I know video be a man for a tag. President Mama so on this Santehine, a swing no mudia, Gora, Yanwe. Nasabi, obis renim, no munanitrim. It's just all Musantehine. It's just all Busantehina. Santehine and Ukrone Sampa. And yes, Sapichawi. Santehine and Ukrone Sampa. And I will President Mama Santehine say, assume a sinner, yes, Sampa, my henny. I will Yahweh. Court will declare, Sabranche, yes, Sampa. Court declare. President Mama say, dear court wako, dear Santehina was one in the dear girlfriend collaborator. It's a branch when one legitimizing. Nasanti Sadia. It's in there, so President Okokutu to a branches on their mind of Sampa. Our brother President Santehine. Ashada do be a was a Sampa Mahina. Now Subu Santehine. Ubuno. If so before the president Bekono, no national security for her. They knew said this guy was there. Exactly. So Okwana Koya, after a branch and one legitimizing precisely. We are Subu Santehine. We are the Busantehine. It is Santehine said the Buni bet. Our flags have also said that this Sampa Mahina didn't. No cast some children will.
Oh, fire.
So Kokocha branches on the Sampa Mahine. And the same thing, President Mama, you can't say, a boko and to question. If the Santehine say, the Kurones a yes, Sampa, Nemai Hinini. Court with the assistant Sampany and Pa, my Hinena and a yes, Samudia. Nana Jafla. And the war president to say, by your action, you've legitimized this boy. So. Okay, confusion. We also Busantehine. One in the dia girlfriend collaborate. None in the dia grand Kakola was 1 year my hen. And Kabaka channels or my hen. That say it was sitting in trim. Why a man for target? Santehine were penny. One do no be a free. And so when him, and what did what take?
More fire.
Ubu Santehine. Nagabachi branches were my hen. You say no one legitimize a branch anyway. And to come see Sampa.
No, I have a friend. So,
I have a friend and tennis on Concourse. Uncle Savidi. Etigovi. Yes, sorry. Abu Jinapo. John Jinapo. On the energy minister. On Kanakure. Ampo. On Kanakure. We was what kind of cry? Oh, now I catch a Ghana for say. containers 1,300 a year of reports. And yes, sir. There come America Sanchez. After Mumian share Abu John Jinapo, and a Collins at Mako. Let's look at what John Jinapo did.
Let's be very frank. There was a rush into the media to create a certain impression that something was done, something wrong had happened. That was it. Now we are being told that 2,600 something have been found at the same port. Let's.
Gentlemen, first of all, I think that we have to be consistent. He said, the minister's tone is not different. And that what they heard on TV or radio is that containers are miraculously missing. That's a very mischievous way of presenting the narrative. No. Let's face it. Then it makes it look like the minister went and said miraculously missing. No, you said that. Look, that's the implication. No. Chairman, I'm minister and I'm a member of Parliament. Please, when you were speaking, I kept quiet and listening. No, please. But why don't you marry the two? That you said that the minister is now sober. So what we heard on radio, no, that means I wasn't sober. Make it clear that I've always been sober.
So Gobi, when you are speaking to somebody, Brabak, Danny Brabak, when you are speaking to someone, now omo deal with a substantive matter, obedi for, omo say they go around the periphery. Afe na nioma ehun hia, and we pick on. So the core issue, I saw John Jinapo address it, and he said, Mr. Minister, time we be catch Ghana for say 1,300 a year. What due diligence had you done? And they always were free, and we use semantics. The word say the use of the word miraculously. It looks as though the minister is the one that used it, but that is not the substantive matter. That is not the core matter. Oh yeah, you are saying the minister is now sober, but it means when he heard on radio, I was not sober. So the core matter, which is whether minister before say woba be catch Ghana for say 1,300 containers I know they all address you. Most minister ni bi or move away from the very real reason and he's now going around picking on words and making the words the most important. But John Jinapo, the question is that you deliberately put out a false information as your way of demonizing the Akufo-Addo government, making it look as though certain people had stolen some containers, for which reason the public will now come against the government, the ex-war government. It's as simple as ABC. You intentionally, it was a deliberate ploy to make sure that the Ghanaian people will see the ex-war Akufo-Addo's administration as thieves. As thieves. As people who have actually run this country down into abyss. It's Muya and Moshe Dabekase, 1,300 aira. And then you say due diligence ben aye. Was now we are picking on miraculously and it's sober. Anyway. Minister Jairoff, come back and address the main issue. At what point did you realize that 1,300 aira? And what was the rush? If you knew, say you bet me go further to find it and even find additional over 1,000 something plus. What was the rush? But the only reason you put out that false information was your way of tarnishing the Akufo-Addo's government, picking up on people, making it look as though certain people had done something untoward. It's as simple as ABC. Mr. Minister, it was simple as ABC. Nothing had gotten missing. Movie in a Messiah propaganda tool. Echo for China phobia. Eddie cables Kogu ho. And one got net na home. So much China phobia or more cables. All this while there were no containers missing. It was all a deliberate ploy, deliberate attempt to make sure that you demonize the Akufo-Addo government. And you succeeded. Up until and it do lumba was waka. Was baby I just say what could do, what say with you could do. It never be see real containers. And they want say the same energy, the same level of publicity among my real containers. More final containers, is that the same level of publicity Never. You think you can play with the minds of the people? Some of us, We don't reason like the usual people.
Exactly.
So you can play with the minds of certain people. And I keep on saying it. The very day that the people will understand what is going on around them, Ghana will know no peace. And you know, the very day the people, and because money what did you to me? He does not even understand that they are playing with his mind. Not doing anymore. Cutting as I watch him, as I'm watching her, minister say contain Ayera. Any other person, Ababeka contrary opinion, Biano. Bah, because I say a Kasai. Dubik is a containers because there are rules that governs a trade and transactions when it comes to say being cranium free baby. And so big cranium free baby bar. When it is at the port, it is at the mercy, it is at the control of the port. It's the ports are in charge. It's the baby. How then do you link it to ECG? When in actual fact it has not been brought to the ECG a warehouse. And so what me manage your money looking as though UCG. You made it look as though a fenyo market and go for an atom containers. I know great. Hey, they play with your mind.
Exactly.
More fire. More fire.
They play with your mind. I've been a minister, but I bet let's go and listen to the minister again. And this time around, you will see that the minister is trying to play encore the substantive. No, I did not say.
Minister went and said miraculously missing. No, you said that. Look, that's what that's the implication. No, Chairman, I'm minister and I'm a member of Parliament. Please, when you were speaking, I kept quiet and listening. No, please. But why didn't you marry the two? That you said that the minister is now sober. So what we heard on radio, no, that means I wasn't sober. Let me make it clear that I've always been sober. I've remained consistent. And I said that it's a committee report that was sent to me that 1,300 of the containers, when they couldn't find them, you can say they are missing. But if something is missing, you look for it. What is wrong with looking for missing containers? What is the problem? Let's even assume it's missing. Let's take it that they were missing. Or what?
Mr. Minister, hold on. Pause. So the minister is that. Let's take it that they were missing. But Minister, it wasn't missing. They were not missing. Why must we take it that they were missing? In any jurisdiction, this level of mistrust, this level of dishonesty, any minister will resign on this. Because it means you are not honest. He said, let's take it that they were missing. Now you are doing probabilities. We should move away from core issues. We should move away from the reality and move into the realm of probabilities. You are inviting us to a conversation, hypothetical conversations. You cannot invite us to hypothetical conversations. We want to stay on realities and deal with realities. You say, let's take it that they were missing. Mr. Minister, only one name taken is said they were missing. You have be hypothetical conversation. Now you are drawing your own hypothesis and say that we should come and draw conclusion for you. We will not do that. Oh no, we won't do that. Minister, we won't do that. You cannot invite us to unrealistic conversations. You said they were missing. These were your categorical words. And you went ahead to say don't draw us. Now go be yen free
More fire.
Now, me Ghana for say high for the records. Still, got the cherry from send me the. Where is the sign? Now, minimum dia kakra ninti no. Me who pa. On the average, NDC for Mujina Sumo Yawe. Agoja, Omo Yawe. Seven intellectual firepower. When I meet them, I can on my own terms. I can meet any one of them. Draw in any conversation. Maybe I meant to say energy. When you create energy. Is a machine na dey be interested. Me movie call ma question. They say now a public administration how the whole bureaucratic system of Ghana works and na question na mo say say no mudi nsem hunu. Me wie na hunu say okay international plane how does it work na question MRID international relations and diplomacy. Me wie na say okay human beings are the whole country is a creation of law. How can I understand what the law says? What does the law want? How does human beings behave? What does the law seek to achieve? And my question law near there. me wi am ho enti me ko sua energy aba
On fire.
Besa me ho so ase me wi security and intelligence ma say agwam me say mo me wi me ba kokora na me che Mugabe bo say ya Dusuan Lawrence ni go sa ya de ba hwem papa Dani me bi to page no so hwe ne enko na ayi okay so general me da sorry ya na mo si ase ye de bibia ba D levy am si D levy ni e dai almost the NSC adai adai skamesa ba
We are a bit chow, but they use
e be twaw keje ti e kromfo amo wi kromfo
such also no pie. No.
There's also no pie one no. Now, general. But man before say beto aso no. We ma me making it public. Ni pan say ma me money dey bad meka. Ye wie show da bempo. Sunday ni wie show. I think Monday no. Then somebody came into my inbox. Or some me money dey nti ye dey dey never tell. Oh you know say I beg you your people then did the back there. Especially the one way they do precisely so. I won't send them $200. Oh yeah. I won't send them $200. Make us me boni di. My marriage send di. Your friend Prince. My friend di akanon so Prince. We appreciate. Eti wa me the number man no na Prince you try 2,000. Atoso. He say mu $200 be di ha. Eti we are mu tu kwan. Na me de kakra ka ho amamo. Na wo some more trip when they all paid expenses. We tell them them bibia ye tuawi. Dem mo kwa de am be hunu bibi ba akumienu bi. Eti me de bibi ka we ho. Na me de amamo na mo so.
Ye be di dwa.
Ko bi o ze dey.
Ye be di dwa.
Anya hwe bidi. Adai. Prince amam $200. So Prince, thank you. I said thank you.
We appreciate.
Adai. Gobi. Your mama memo na ye kana hye. Near the abremu. The money ni na anu nyina mbidi. Na madika ka me bebia Ghana fo ni no mahwade bi. Bibia ni wa oya onye bida. So ya da sori ye na ye say NDC fo e wo majority in parliament it. Ahomachi ani ada no. Amowi kromfo. Kofinani mamowi kromfo. Dek, woni mamowi kromfo. Amowi kromfo no timi bia oda mu nioma nyina. Ana wa ye na akola na ye se brawi we dem serew mi school uniform na dia chia me de be school o se kan be yinam tum da doa ti amoy konfo do timi wia wa paint e oda ho on fa nche wo no ba en wo ye wagadre bi akwai se keje ti atutubutum wo pai konfo no so pai konfo eti wo di na chia no so pai nti wa dwe be se ni mu fo no na German tactics eti wahwa omo shara tete nioma bi so ba akiri if say sa nioma ne de e deregulation tieni o sa de no wote so fuo no so wote so ba akiri fuo ne be sa akwa nimu a enye ono ne be mena akwa nimu. And in any case, deregulation, adjustable dear ben. It's no see for way man Crawford. In any case, so now be ready budget. O taxes are person we yina, ya come budget. When the your man for we answer budget. Because that time number so that amount for see ya mapa. And certificate of emergency D. Mube huna. Kofi enya 1 Ghana cedi pe. Already the last budget. Or the 95 pesos also, which is almost 1 Ghana cedi. Petroleum a year and Yamaso. Mama reading well. Go and read it. And what's that done in Wabasa and the certificate of emergency or the 1 Ghana cedi asabatus. So in actual fact, it's 1 Ghana cedi 90 pesos within a space of 5 months. Precisely. No, Shedan 1 for Bakona account. So I can't 2 cedi and come begin. After when you are the taxes in we are for an issue say a anymore deregulation how they new control. It's my argument and say or buy enough food on you say and I bet you never do say and yeah when you are the tax in to we ambassador who want to how do new control. Bagovi ADSC monna munya me kurase say where the omo de call parliament no omo de call parliament no so omo pass in anajo onim say in 2009 Professor Mills John Dramani Mahama Aban omo ye saade we ye bi 2009 omo amfa call parliament expose them Now young corner mention one DB. And ironically, when him says some no so Omoka say Omo Yeni June 4th. June 4th say 2009. And I'm giving you records. It's more when you crano. A year your friend papa say former deputy finance minister of a year MPP pencil. Kwaku Kwate the case be Danny for case in the tour. In 2011, Kwaku Kwate the case be called a year court. Say NPA the one Ghana city be out to tow a year full petroleum a Yiswa. For 2 years, no Majiji and Mreni ho. Tienio. And also I started June 4th say and this is for June 4th. And Danny for story to it. It's Momo Yamwa. Adia sir. We call them Mutira and I do conquer no by. Miss 2 years from 2009, 2010, 2011. No Omojiji one Ghana city on petroleum a product. Ewa brand co parliament. Emma High Court rule yes say NP and ye sa one Ghana city. What if MP and you come from Frabem? More fire. It's way we have more. We are not the show nas on baby we are more. Danny follow me in the first story in the Chiramono. Danny Fatu. Also, you're now your name of Bassabasi. I go be indeed, Sadi. Now, Kwaku Kwate the South story in the court. Emma court, Eka said, Yen free or man yen free. Now, ironically, said medical candidate in Noah. Omo yes say sa one Ghana city no start no. Almost started free 5th June 2009. And on by na when the Professor Mills walk goodwill no must sneaking in. Said we almost sneaking in here. We so June 4th and how much no must sneaking in is able to give effect. So minimum what they say with them on June 5th. There's one by petroleum be omo the June 4th. Omo the June 4th. Okay. So we enra that sorry and almost June 4th. NDC don't majority not see up machia. No ma passembra. See the one Ghana city. Eba beto petroleum so. Now what try here abeka say ye diesel. Any petrol kwa. Also petroleum products. Precisely. It's even oil na mutogu mokemo. Auto 1 liter beer. Ye the beto so. And mind you, 1 liter. So far gallon. Danny, if you were following me, you would have shown them gallons. And I want 5 gallon pictures now. Ghana for a brand new gallon. You don't want to say yellow. There's gallon. Okay. So offer 1 gallon beer. Okay. So there's gallon. Offer gallon we are. 3.75 liters in the so approximation. Whenever you do mass and the decimal point, it crosses a 5. You approximate it. So 3.75 is approximated to be 4. So 4 gallon we are 4 liters in the okay. Anna John Mahama say when they can 95 pesos. Net one time on the tax in the buy. And people are saying 1 city. It's not 1 city. I'm saying it. Go and look at the tax. Time of every day, the budget. Go and read it. It was the 95 pesos at Toso per every liter. Ghana for Ankasa. Because that time near Penasem. And what's I read one much? And 1 city abeka. Yabusa answer there was what the cost of it do so. But what shall letter or they call Parliament or they call a certificate of emergency? And you do so once. There is a shortfall, energy shortfall. Some catch them say, $1 needs to deny cost of money woman to be Mameka. So the artificial appreciation of the city is what is affecting the year revenue demand. So there's a shortfall somewhere of over 30%. Exactly. So as I say, a artificial, me catch them. Now, to me, mechanical crunch in the moon. No, monsieur, you had the cost of it. In any case, what's the doom so new? It is a doom so new. Yakoko Pehon levy. I didn't know you Pehon levy. No one said doom so in the Mushu. And then, no, Casao for pump beer. Or the prices of fuel, for all the filling stations. So what's up, Chanua? For filling station, what do you cook in the room? Also, why I know, and also hot for a year. Now, Obi Opeso Yabiano, come be a friend, seditates.com/air fuel prices. Sedit. It you know could do a year's end filling station, Bloom, Star Oil, Omunina. So at this point, Ofilo tank, averagely 11.55, this are 13. You bloom a 14.45. These are a 15.35. Where you were much a year they check it. No my body actually. See the link here. Seditates.com/fuel. Bet me akobashi. Muboshe mwa baba. Eti Yas, Max, GB Oil, Nick Petroleum, SONA, Frontier. Omunyi na omo prices na hono. As at the net at the filling station. Oko GB Oil. Okay, so yanko engine, Unicorn. Gasu, omunyi na omo prices ni. To wenya afa ni yakọ hweboard so dia ba kire mo. We know how to calculate it. Precisely. After was so to fuel. Every liter bia, what the 1 cedi. Ah, what the can 95 pesos better so. Kovi, yamfa no posi 95 pesos na che no. Ye nyina 1 cedi no so. Now auto fuel, averagely no. 1 liter bia ye 12 cedi 50 something pesos. But you're making it 12 cedi. On the average, also your prices now, petroleum prices, diesel prices. It's young say average, 12 cedi. Now 12 cedi no, also the 1 cedi better so. And it's a water 1 gallon, 4 liters. That means obenya gallon 4 cedi. Don't forget, Obiano call a fuel station. I got 1 gallon, 1 liter good care. Say offer car bit say a Toyota Corolla. And this average the average Ghanaian the car for 40 to 50 liters and sana fele. It's a car for 40 liters. That means auto fuel we be obet you have 40 cedi amount buy. Now the average Ghanaian the car abroswan so auto 20 liters. We are talking about a year 5 gallons. 5 gallons makes 20 liters because 4 liters make 1 gallon. So 20 liters is 5 gallons. Now average Ghanaian send a car by your man. It is about 40 to 50 liters. But you let's be charitable. Let's come to a year point here. Let's say 40 liters. Now so 40 liters here. That means in effect 3 days be able fellow car. It's 3 days be able to have 40 Ghana cedi amount buying. Now multiply that by a year 3 times. That means in a week you are paying 3 days 40 liters. 120 Ghana in a week. I'm buying. 120 Ghana times 4. That is the average Ghanaian. It's 120 Ghana cedi times 4. And the average Ghanaian. Now go for trotro. Uber. Almost every 2 days we are filling a car. So in effect, a year times 5.
Precisely.
More fire.
Nanya samuni yanka. Eko faro di levy by. Your mama must say nye. 11 eko faro sire. Was it the obe send bia no? Metal 1%. It's all send 1,000 Ghana. 1,000 Ghana no metal 10 cedi. And yes sir. 10 cedi. It's levy yine guso no. It all send 100 Ghana. In fact the first 100 Ghana ne the ento we. Nemo must send 1,000 Ghana. Because yento first 100 Ghana, we calculate it on the 900 Ghana cedi. And 1% of 900 Ghana cedi is 9 cedi. Ghana force woman to be that. So be ye 11 or send 1,000 Ghana. You better than 9 cedi. Ghana force yampa momo. Any pamone for? Akwa for? Ampa mekabi. Yentia. Ampa mekabi. Because demonstration. Afe asuma si ba ya o say ono de 1 Ghana cedi bia wo de to 12 cedi so fire obi 100 Ghana cedi no de 1 Ghana cedi to so wo de 1 Ghana cedi wo de to 12 cedi eno free 12 cedi a wo be ko 22 cedi be ko 32 cedi 42 cedi 52 cedi 62 cedi 72 cedi 82 cedi 92 cedi and san wa by 100 Ghana I mean 1,000 Ghana
more fire. More fire.
Obentin. Was 12 cedi. And one cedi too. I want 1 cedi in 100 Ghana cedi. 11. One day there was 12 cedi. It is obetia 1,000 Ghana cedi. 11. Now obetia 10 Ghana cedi. In effect, it could be 9 cedi, but in effect 10 Ghana cedi. And then the same 1,000 Ghana. Medical tofu ogume kemwa. Per the calculation, you bet you are 83 cedi.
More fire. More fire.
So Akufo-Addo 11 na ye kemwa. Ni ye bet you are 10 Ghana cedi, 1,000 Ghana man. Your mama yesi wa ba be ni ye no. Wo yi 1,000 Ghana so kotofu wala or do 83 cedi. So 10 cedi to 83 cedi. The difference is a whooping 73 Ghana. And most of you are
More fire.
Eti D levy, Drumso levy no, and no ubetia 83 cedi. Na E levy no tia 10 Ghana cedi. Yes, Debbie. Obi, E levy mpodie. Meme tia yi. Menko send ni sika. Yantim baby. Betting tax Akufo-Addo de ba me pamo no no. Me ntwa bi da. Ese ba ti me ntwa bi. Nemo jo mama se me yi E levy na fiwa. Na manfo bo sem sha. But you betting tax and a month for the show. I say, okay. Nkotechino forward you be Toby do welcome do only cow and I know ka say na name ni mak brain sama GPR to you how many release aba so beto fuom and I'm afraid ya be ma ya na meka bi nana yeah meeting bi ya wi a meka bi I'm say yo kayeti akronfo Wemo, minimum, na mo ninting go do. Your mama, 83 cedi. I know the other so. It's the average Ghanaian or your private car owner, 120 Ghana times 4, you say. 480. Now multiply and no times 2. It's Uber net taxi for. You will be paying no less than 2,200 Ghana cedis. Uber net taxi. Every busumi biano. Utia tax 1,200. Now usika adi kwa kudi for Christ. Your other boy ila kwa mama. Your mama no babe muye no. He super. And your mama is the whole. He's the whole. He's the whole for Mandaga. Where you home, pa? That noa. Mrs. Wanya kwa kukwati story noa. 2000 and how many yebi? Fabra. Obi. 11 year. O say 11 kwa ye device strategy bi. Not many pan ko jwas ma ala akasha. Say be ya wuntia. We no udi show the begu ka mu ana say obetena ponko so. Ava omo munika ne say omo mo ka ne betua ne anya shamima muslim a wo no ntofuo aban coupon na yusu ne anya eye kwasi prati ebai why prati say I will contribute to Ghana city to the development of my nation we wa bra wo ntofuo lo aban ya manika free
yes sir tomano
almost anya smart Daddy we are telling them. Bese moya dey amu betua. We kill a betua. Sa we need your friend kill a betua. It is a 1 cedi no. 1% namumpa. Okay, so Danny zoom me in. Where 2011. High Court abolishes illegal fuel charge. Now you read the story no. I catch it me say on the June 4th to say ya no mo year no. Almost here take effect June 5th. It's the same playbook. Then you read this story. You read it. Where modern Ghana 2011. Or say the High Court in Accra has declared an illegal ex-refinery differential component of the export prices of petroleum products and ordered the National Petroleum Authority and the thermal oil refinery to stop its imposition with immediate effect. The decision by the court followed an application by the former New Patriotic Party's communications director, Kwaku Kwati, and his development data, that is DD Policy Research and Advocacy Organization, seeking to outlaw. Now the decision by the court, so after the ruling by the court presided over by Justice Patrick Baye, Kwatin told my Joe Online he expects the fuel prices to be reduced and that the court's order was an immediate abolition of the illegal imposition. Now, I'm trying to show you where. Now look at this. Look at this. Won't take it time. Look at this. No, Danny, go to the next page. Go to the next page. Let me tell you what here. Go to the next page. Page in the Bible before this, no. Danny, what should we have? Pay attention. Or see the decision of the court followed an application by former blah 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 blah. Now he says seeking to outlaw the tax component imposed on 5th June 2009 by the MPA. And then they say 4th June. Actually 5th. And you're China that take effect. So June 5th, 2009. Almost the same thing.
Expose them. Expose them.
June 5th, 2009. Mugu abai we. Moji abai we di. Wait. You see the same playbook.
Scammers. The settings.
That. Say 2009 now so. To we want to see it.
FM Bank for.
O say
FM Bank for.
How many FM Bank no? I'm between one.
Papa.
Obi? It's the same.
Aye.
2009, June 5th. And only one city share that total show. And quite a more be money. Almost in 2 years. Na koku kwate ni kokot. On say we so must say we omo ho na match.
They say same. Anadwo madasem.
Now we me say Franklin Kujo o delete nyoma page no so.
Onya botre.
Anopa Franklin Kujo o betwere o say the fastest pickpocketing ever. Em ko we delete. Franklin. Imani Ghana.
Imani.
Political think tanks.
Rasbello. Was it your mama second? You go Gruma. Yeah, Mamuni rough. Come on. I'm waiting your mama compare Gruma for that. Don't do that. Let's give you some respect. Now 24-hour economy, so one can watch
I'm the Kania Ben Bay. Kania knew who.
And yes, I don't get you ever so more on it. Every go is a Samijam. I don't back at you, say 24-hour economy to come back to Tifu.
Kania boss. I'm not better Kania boss. Then you be using an adjo. Using an adjo. I'm better so my.
Mahama is the whole. Is the whole. Is the whole for Madagana. Jam is the whole. Is the whole.
He's the whole.
Oh, Papa.
No, but they are scammers.
Yes.
Telling you.
Exactly.
And then no can opposition. Oba also be can turn a yabo. Tomorrow find any boss that boss. Oba can boom. Or point difference you. Mama can correct.
On can correct.
Now a break a crebi. Now before you better boss, we will abolish levy. Remove nuisance taxes, streamline existing ones, and broaden.
All members, let's turn to the item numbered 3 on the order paper addendum. Motion.
Right, Honorable. Right, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move that the procedural motion advertised as item 3 on today's order paper be taken now. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Motion ably moved. Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded, and it is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, this is a procedural motion. The question is, as many as are in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Honourable members, motion numbered 4. Yes, Honourable Minister for Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that the Energy Sector Levies Amendment Bill 2025 be now read a second time. Mr. Speaker, the object of the bill is to amend the Energy Sector Levies Act 1135, to increase the rate of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy in order to raise additional revenue to support the payment of the energy sector shortfalls, reduce energy sector legacy debt, and stabilize power supply. Right, Honorable Speaker, the power sector is the biggest economic and fiscal risk presently faced by the country. This could lead to a major crisis if it is not addressed. The challenge in the energy sector are quite enormous, emanating from debt, shortfalls, insufficient gas, and inefficiencies. Mr. Speaker, as at May 2025, the total energy sector debt equals $3.1 billion United States dollars. Aside this debt, Mr. Speaker, the car power guarantee of $120 million US dollars has been drawn down completely. Mr. Speaker, also, the ENI guarantee from the World Bank amounting to $512 million United States dollars has also been drawn down. Mr. Speaker, we have a responsibility to reinstate these guarantees immediately. Aside that, Mr. Speaker, if you are to add these two debts put together, government of Ghana will have to cough approximately $3.7 billion United States dollars to clean up the energy sector debt. But right, Honorable Speaker, the difficulty we face actually is that today, the tariffs that are being introduced by the PULC excludes liquid fuels. This means, Mr. Speaker, that the Ministry of Finance will have to find a way to finance the purchase of liquid fuels year in, year out. The Speaker, that amounts to $1.2 billion United States dollars annually. The Speaker, this cannot be sustained. This, aside the energy sector shortfalls, will mean that every year, government of Ghana will have to look for 28 billion cedis to 30 billion cedis to keep the lights on. So, Speaker, this will mean that if we fail to confront the situation head on, a time will come that this energy sector will crowd out key expenditures of state. Right, Honorable Speaker? The PULC also informed us that if they are to include the cost, the 1.2 billion liquid fuel cost, it will mean that the price of the electricity tariffs will be increased by 57%. Mr. Speaker, I want to repeat for the record that the introduction of this levy
the introduction of this levy will not amount to an increase in the ex-pump price. Mr. Speaker, I will give you certain information. Mr. Speaker, as at May, the window number two for May, the average petrol price sold by Vivo Energy, Total Energies and Star Energies was that a liter of petrol was sold at 13 cedis and 05 pesos as at May 2nd. Mr. Speaker, this means that as a result of the cedi appreciation, even though the Ghana is selling petrol, we are seeing some price reduction. Mr. Speaker, the window beginning today, June 2nd, will mean that as a result of this currency appreciation, a liter of petrol will be sold at 11 cedis 89 pesos. 11 cedis 89 pesos. Mr. Speaker, and this is for Vivo Energy, Total Energies, and Star Energy. Mr. Speaker, these four companies sells 80% of the petroleum product we see on a daily basis. Mr. Speaker, currently, as we speak, after today, government of Ghana will see an average reduction of the people of Ghana will see an average reduction of 1 cedi 17 pesos. All what we are saying is that we will use the 1 cedi, the shortfall of 1 cedi, to fix the energy sector shortfalls. Mr. Speaker, in total, there will still be no increase on fuel prices. We will see no increase. Rather, we will see a marginal reduction even after this energy. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the people of Ghana that if you are to buy petrol today from Total Energies, after this levy, you will still save 10 pesos. Mr. Speaker, if you are to buy petrol from Star Energies, after this levy, you will still save 47 pesos. Mr. Speaker, if you are to buy petrol from Vivo Energy, after this levy, you will still save 30 pesos. Mr. Speaker, that is the kind of work we are doing. But Right Honorable Speaker, to conclude on this matter, I want to assure the people of Ghana that the currency stability will continue. The Ghana cedi will remain strong. The Ghana cedi is doing well, and this trajectory will continue. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure members of this House that the NDC will find a way to stabilize the Ghana cedi. Mr. Speaker, for the records, for the first month operation of the Ghana Gold Board, the month of May, they were able to buy 11.4 tons of gold. That brought in itself $1.2 billion United States dollars worth of foreign currency. That has gone to the central bank, and the central bank will use this to build enough reserves to intervene for the currency to be strong. So, Speaker, we mean well. Prices are falling. Inflation is coming down. We can see prices of goods and services coming down daily. The Speaker, this will continue, and so you should be happy. The Speaker, I stand by my promise to deliver low prices, stable cedi, and good jobs for the people of Ghana. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honourable members, order. Honourable members, motion heavily moved. Yes, Chairman of the Finance Committee.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion, and in doing so, Mr. Speaker, I submit the committee's report. Mr. Speaker, your committee met and determined whether this must be approved by a certificate of urgency. And we came to the conclusion that given the exigencies of the time, the fact that we need to generate significant resources to deal with the energy sector problem, we must start building those reserves now, and we must start collecting those monies now so that we are able to build enough to take care of the energy sector challenges. Mr. Speaker, the committee was informed that this policy would lead to an additional revenue of 5.7 billion Ghana cedis as the fiscal impact. Mr. Speaker, our predecessors who shied away from the problem basically found it difficult to side with us. But Mr. Speaker, we are fixing the problems, and we do know that the energy sector constitutes the biggest risk to the Ghanaian economy. And His Excellency, the President, is determined to leave a very stable and strong energy sector by the end of his tenure. Mr. Speaker, even the monies that we put into the account to guarantee some of the loans that they took to run the affairs of our economy, those guarantees have all been called. What it then means is that the government must find ways to replenish those accounts that they depleted before they left office. And that is the reason why the people of Ghana, who have seen that when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promises, he delivers. He promised a strong currency, he has delivered. He promised to bring down inflation, he has delivered. He has promised to deliver a strong power sector, and by this act, he would make sure that he delivers a strong power sector to the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, in considering this bill, we had a very strong team from the executive who represented the president at the briefing that we had. We had the Minister for Finance, the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, the Minister for Roads and his deputy, all present to advance the cause of His Excellency's agenda to fix the energy sector. Mr. Speaker, at this point in time, we want to tell the people of Ghana and to our brothers over there that those who are saying that we abolish e-levy and are bringing back e-levy, I want to ask them, were they operating 3 e-levies in our country? Were they describing this same energy sector levy as e-levy? Because energy sector levy is energy sector levy. E-levy is e-levy, and e-levy is gone. Mr. Speaker, rather expectedly, Mr. Speaker, our colleagues on the other side were not willing to join the government to address the problem that faced this country. And so the committee arrived by approving this bill by majority decision. We are quite clear that by the time the people of Ghana see the benefits of this bill, we would have had our lights on, and we will not be able to have the problems of DUNSO and power outages as we have experienced. Mr. Speaker, I want to call on my colleagues to be patriotic, at least for the first time. They must put Ghana first. Put Ghana first and approve this levy so that we can fix the power problems once and for all. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Thank you very much. Motion ably moved. Report presented, and it is for the consideration of the House. Yes, Honorable Collins.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to comment on the statement. But Mr. Speaker, let me start by saying that the minority is vehemently against this particular tax. Vehemently. Mr. Speaker, today we are standing with the Ghanaian people. Adongo was talking about patriotism. Mr. Speaker, whilst Dr. Atuforsen was speaking, I saw members on their side applauding Dr. Atuforsen. Mr. Speaker, I am excited this particular debate is being beamed live for everybody to see. Every Ghanaian has seen that the majority is jubilating over an increment of taxes. Yes. Mr. Speaker, in this house, the key people who argued, the key people who argued in this house, Dr. Atuforsen, my very good brother John Jinapo, and Mr. Adongo, the same people who were speaking against taxes are today the same people laying papers, introducing statements, and making arguments for new taxes. Mr. Speaker, let me put the issues in perspective. Thank you. In 2024, e-levy alone, which they opposed vehemently, raked in close to about 2 billion Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker. Yes. In 2024, 2 billion. Today, Dr. Atuforsen presented to us a fiscal impact analysis. And Mr. Speaker, Dr. Atuforsen intends to rake in 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, last year, 5.3 billion liters of fuel was sold. We anticipate that there will be an increment of about 20%, which will lead us to about 8.5 billion. Mr. Speaker, they intend to impose 1 Ghana cedis on each liter. On each liter. That is what we are being told in this house. Mr. Speaker, NDC, they intend to impose 1 cedis on each liter. A gallon is about 4 cedis 50 pesos. Mr. Speaker, your guess is as good as mine. Mr. Speaker, let me just put this thing in perspective. Just this year, during the budget, Dr. Atuforsen presented this energy sector levy. Mr. Speaker, petrol was selling at 95 pesos. Per this new bill, Mr. Speaker, there is going to be an increment of 105%. Diesel is going to go up by 103%. Naphtha is going to go up by 105%. Mr. Speaker, marine fuel is going to go up by 400%. Mr. Speaker, the shocking part is that marine gas. Sit down. Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, order.
Mr. Speaker, nothing can stop me from talking about the good news. I am wondering how Dafia Mekpop will explain this to his constituents. When they buy 1 gallon of fuel to go to the farm, I am wondering how Dafia Mekpop will explain to his constituents. Mr. Speaker, just last month, PURC increased electricity by 14.7%. Water was increased by 4.02%. Mr. Speaker, here we are again. Less than 1 month, they are back here to increase the taxes again.
Is that what they promised the people of Ghana?
Mr. Speaker, is that what they promised the people of Ghana? No. Is that what they promised the people of Ghana? No. Is this the reset they are talking about? No. Is this the reset His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised the people of Ghana? You are taking off e-levy. Now you are bringing D-levy, Dumso levy, E-levy Pro Max. E-levy Pro Max. That is what they are introducing to the House. But Mr. Speaker, let me say again that we, the minority, the mighty minority, we stand with the Ghanaian people and we are going to reject this bill in all its front. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Phyllis Kwachi Ofosu.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. Oh, what's your problem?
Honorable Habib, I've just recognized him.
Yeah, Mr.
What
Speaker,
has he said to warrant a point of order?
Speaker, you said a member must speak from his seat. Where he's seated, that's what he sits. He should go and debate from his rightful seat. Because when you check the screen, when you start speaking, it is Honorable Jaja name that is appearing. He should go to his seat. He should go to his seat and start debating. That's why he sits. He should go and sit at his seat.
Yes, Honorable Richard Achampong.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Richard Achampong. Honorable Richard Achampong, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the very person who is complaining about the honorable member for not speaking from his seat, where he is seated, it's not his seat. This is not your seat. Your name has not been programmed over there. So go back to your seat and speak. Then you can also speak from where he's seated.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much for coming to my aid. And
Abib, you should know that he's a minister. Respect him.
Mr. Speaker, there is such a thing. There is such a thing as feigned outreach.
Honorable member, I am trying to see the name there, but I cannot see the name.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, whose seat is that?
Mr. Speaker, you are in charge. I have made an application to you to the effect that the member to contribute to the debate is not on his rightful chair. If you are ruling that he can speak on that seat, then so be it. So the Hansa will capture it. Then every member can speak from anywhere. Leadership. I am a leader and I am seated here. That's why I'm so Speaker should rule on it. You cannot sit there.
Honorable Deputy Minority Whip.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You see, the seats are supposed to be labeled. But where I sit, I'm looking at it, I have not seen any label. So I don't know the reason for it. But I can see that your sides are labeled. That is why I am struggling. So, Honorable Kwachi Ofosu, is that your seat? Honorable Felix Ofosu, if that is your seat, you have the floor. Continue.
Mr. Speaker, these are deliberate efforts. These are deliberate efforts by our colleagues on the other side to stultify the debate. Mr. Speaker, there is such a thing as feigned outreach, and that is precisely what the minority is exhibiting.
for people who behaved the way they did in government, it lies ill in their mouths to purport to be opposing this measure. Mr. Speaker, there comes a time when bold decisions must be taken. And in our recent history, similar bold decisions have resulted in the resolution of some of the most complex challenges that we have faced. There was a time when the downstream petroleum sector was plagued with debts which had become unsustainable.
Honorable Minister, just hold it. Yes, Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not on a point of order against my respected colleague, the Minister. But Mr. Speaker, I just want a clarity on the application of our rule. Mr. Speaker, I know that we are often flexible. But where you strictly say that a member must speak from his place, and your attention is being drawn to the fact that on the screen it is showing that the place where the member just stood is for another member. Mr. Speaker, if it so pleases you to introduce flexibility, which is part of our practice, Mr. Speaker, I don't have a problem. But Mr. Speaker, this side is concerned because you have gone very hard at even some senior members. The recent one being Honorable Patrick Boama. Mr. Speaker, that is the reason why this application is being made. If on this occasion it so pleases the chair to vary and to ensure flexibility, Mr. Speaker, there's no problem. But at least Hansard should have it that because there are no labels and all, you want to allow for some flexibility so that the colleagues can speak from wherever they are. That is all.
Honorable Minority Leader, I think you've heard me loud and clear. I believe in the rules. So when the issue was raised, I tend to look whether a member is speaking from his seat. Honorable member, and I realize that at the majority side, the labels are removed. So the thinking is that they are doing some relabeling. So once the labels are not there, so it doesn't mean that I am relaxing the rules. Yes.
Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker,
you see, honorable members, those who have been in the house for some time knows that after the appointment of the ministers, there are these changes that are expected to happen. So if as a result of that, the labels are removed, where I sit, I will be unable to determine that this is the situation. Yes, Honorable Majority Whip, let me hear you.
Mr. Speaker, the matter of the permanent assignment of seats in the House is not concluded. It is not. As we speak, we are litigating on the matter of how the demarcation should be between us and our brothers on the other, and sisters on the other side. Speaker has directed that he will deal with the matter. That is why our name tags are not pasted finally on where we should be seated. So for some time now, the rules are relaxed regarding this particular order. So So please, can you be calm so we deal with this matter? Can you, Speaker, with all due respect, I am the chief whip, and your chief whip knows that this matter is not concluded. So you cannot be exacting this rule against our members because we don't have definite assigned seats. So please, Speaker, this is the position of our side. It's not concluded. So honestly, the Honorable Felix Kwakye Ofosu hasn't been assigned a seat yet. He has not been assigned a seat yet. The IT department has done some preliminary assignments in the interim, but it is not definite. So, Speaker, this is the position.
Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Order 115 governs the matter. Let's just read it carefully. Subject to the discretion of the Speaker and Order 169 3B, a member who intends to speak shall rise in the member's place and address the chair while standing only after catching the eye of the Speaker. Despite Rule 1, a member may catch the eye of the Speaker by the use of the relevant technology determined by the House. So, Mr. Speaker, a member is required to be at his place and rise from his place. And when he so rises or she so rises, you can then decide that the person has caught your eye. But, Mr. Speaker, the rule also says that this is all subject to your discretion. So a member may rise at another place. If the member rises at another place and you decide that the member has caught your eye and you grant the member leave to go ahead and speak, no one in this chamber can stop that member from speaking, because you have so decided. The discretion is yours. So to the extent that you have recognized him, he's caught your eye, irrespective of where he is sitting, and you have decided that he should speak, no one can stop him from speaking. So let's put this matter to rest.
Yes, Honorable Deputy Whip.
Mr. Speaker, the majority leader and the leader of the House, per Order 115 that he has quoted, this is not the first time this very member, the minister, is debating in this chamber. He has debated from that angle. He has debated from this angle. He cannot be a seat prostitute. No, he cannot. So, Mr. Speaker, if the majority leader accepts seat prostitute, okay, Mr. Speaker, it's withdrawn. Mr. Speaker, my point here is that this is not the first time.
Yes, Honorable Kwame Abuja.
Mr. Speaker, my colleague, the Deputy Minority Chief Whip, has the right to make his point. But Mr. Speaker, the point has already been made that where he's sitting, first of all, is a seat for the Deputy Minority Leader. Yet he is the one who gets up identifying where people should sit. Mr. Speaker, to the extent that he is calling people seat prostitutes, Can there be a better seat prostitute than him? Thirdly, Mr. Speaker, the description of a colleague in this house as a seat prostitute is very offensive, and he must sit in his rightful seat and withdraw that statement immediately. Mr. Speaker, that kind of word has never been used in this house. I entered this house in 2013. I've never heard any colleague describing another one as prostitute. So let him withdraw that statement and apologize immediately.
Mr. Speaker, as I did earlier on, my point is that, Mr. Speaker, I made the point that today is not the first time the minister is debating in this chamber. He has debated from various seats. So I was describing the movement from seat to seat as a seat prostitute. But if he's offended, Mr. Speaker, I shall withdraw that. Mr. Speaker, as they rightly indicated, I was speaking from the deputy minority leader seat. The same way I have been able to detect that he is speaking from Honorable Jaja's seat. I have come to take my rightful seat, so the Honorable Minister must do the right thing. He should also go to his seat and then speak from his seat, because that's what the standing orders in 115 said.
Honorable Phyllis Ofosu-Kwakye, is that your seat?
Mr. Speaker, nobody has assigned me a seat. There's no label here. How do I know why I sit?
Honorable Alhaji Muntaka.
Mr. Speaker, they are placing form over substance, Mr. Speaker.
So just say, okay, in that case, this you have a seat, you go there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the majority chief will clarify by saying that he's not been able to resolve the sitting arrangement. The majority leader further mentioned that the discussion is just as yours. But Mr. Speaker, there's one that is beyond doubt. The one that is beyond doubt is that this ballot box, this side, is ministerial one, and my colleague is a minister. So to cut long story, let him come and stand there, because that one is in no doubt, because that's a ministerial decision. So that we end this thing and go. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minority Chief Whip.
Go and look for your seat. Go and look for your seat. Go and look for your seat. You are not standing at this fight bus. Go and look for your seat.
Honorable Minority Chief Whip, you have the floor.
You should go and look for your seat. Go and look for your seat. Your seat is at the back there. Go. Go to the back. Your seat is at the back there. Go there. This is not the supposed. Go to the back.
Honorable John Darko, please resume your seat.
You should go back.
Speaker. Yes. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable, you have the floor.
Yeah, I want to speak. Speaker, our colleagues should listen to us.
You have the floor.
Yes. First of all, I think this is not a matter we should overly drag. The majority leader read the appropriate orders, except that he failed to admit that Speaker has ruled severally on this matter. You are your good self, you've ruled severally on this matter. The proposition by my good friend, the chief whip, that we are not, seats have not been assigned. It's not entirely true. Leader, with respect to you,
Yes, it's not entirely true. The only challenge we had were just few places here, which we have to resolve. I know the seats, oftentimes my colleague sits on. He sits at the back there. He knows his seat. Speaker, let's make progress. Why are we dragging this matter? Those who are saying
Honorable
that he's a member of Parliament.
Few hours ago,
Speaker,
the minority leader indicated that any member of your side could speak from the dispatch box. Do you stand by that?
Speaker, what the Minister for Interior said is not in the orders. The Honorable Felix is our friend, he is our colleague, we respect him as a minister, but he has a seat, he has been assigned a seat. That is a statement of fact. Speaker, are you going against your own ruling? Severally you have ruled that members should speak from their seats. Why on this occasion, Speaker? Why will you chicken out on this occasion? He should go to his seat and let's make progress. Well, if you want him to sit on the dispatch box, let him sit on the dispatch box. Because he's a minister, he should sit on the dispatch box. Well, Speaker, we are entirely in your hands. But I am worried. Speaker, I am worried that you are going against your own earlier rulings. And Speaker, this is defective. You have ruled severally that we should speak from our seats. The minister and the member should humbly move to his seat and make his point. What is this? What?
Honourable members, the rule has been read. It is at my discretion. Honourable members, if seats are not properly arranged for members as we speak right now, as a result of which the label has been removed, making it difficult for me where I sit to look and determine, I intend to exercise my discretion to allow the minister to speak wherever he is. So, Honourable Minister, you have the floor. I will then charge the majority. I will charge the majority whip to expedite an action and make sure that the majority side, their seats are properly labeled.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for indulging me. Mr. Speaker, I was making the point that whereas we on this side have enormous respect for the views and sensibilities of Ghanaians on all national matters, we must be wary of feigned outreach, which our colleagues on the other side are attempting to foist on us this evening. Mr. Speaker, for a group that handled the Ghanaian economy the way they did, it lies ill in their mouth to purport to oppose a bill which is designed to address one of the most complex challenges that is weighing down the energy sector. Mr. Speaker, the finance minister, in moving the motion, painted an accurate picture of the current situation in the energy sector. The energy sector is riddled with unsustainable debts, most of which has come about because of gross mismanagement of the economy by our colleagues on the other side. Mr. Speaker, as I speak, we require a colossal $3.7 billion, which translates into almost 50 billion Ghana cedis, to clear debts that have hung over our heads for close to 2 decades. Mr. Speaker, this has become a clear and present danger for Ghana's energy sector. And the time has come
for bold initiatives to be adopted in order that we overcome this problem. Mr. Speaker, I was making the point just before I was interrupted that in our recent history, similar bold action has resulted in freeing up the space in the petroleum downstream sector. There was a time when persistent under-recoveries and huge debt overhangs created shortages in fuel products. The then government under President Mahama in 2015 took the bold step of carrying out full deregulation of the sector. Because of that, we have been able to avoid the recurrence of debt, and today petroleum products are available on a regular basis on the market. Mr. Speaker, when debt threatened to hinder further progress in the energy sector, the Energy Sector Levies Act was passed by this House, and that resulted in the accrual of over 40 billion Ghana cedis over the 8-year period that our colleagues on the other side were in power. Somehow, they still managed, in spite of this colossal amount, to bequeath in excess of 80 billion Ghana cedis as debt to us when we took over. This has become a huge difficulty. And the minister says that if this difficulty in the power sector was to be resolved by passing it on to consumers in that sector, it would mean a 50% increase in electricity tariffs. It is the duty of governments to look for ways to lessen the burden and plight and suffering of the Ghanaian people. And that is precisely what this government has been doing. We committed ourselves to reducing hardships. And since we have been in power in the last 5 months, we have done more than any other government under the Fourth Republic to lessen the burden of the Ghanaian public. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you, this pricing window would mark the 8th consecutive time that fuel prices have dropped. When we took over power, fuel sold at an average of 15.6 Ghana cedis a litre. This added up to over 70 Ghana cedis a gallon for fuel. Because of prudent economic management and our ability to cause the appreciation of the cedi, fuel prices have now dropped to around 54 Ghana cedis a gallon. From 70, which is a reduction of 16 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, when our colleagues on the other side came into power in 2017, fuel sold at around 14 cedis a gallon. By the time they left power, a litre of fuel was selling at 15 Ghana cedis. A litre. But we find that there is a need to do something about the debt overhang in the power sector. According to the energy minister, he requires $1.2 billion every year to buy fuel, liquid fuel, to fire our thermal plants. This is not a component in electricity pricing, because our colleagues on the other side took a decision that they were going to buy fuel on credit and find a way to pay back as and when they find money. But that has proven unsustainable and is leading to a situation where if we don't take prompt action, it will completely undermine the power sector. It is the duty of a responsible government to fix this problem. That is why we have come before the people of Ghana to make this proposal, which will keep fuel prices far below what we inherited when they left power in January 2025. Ghanaians will not pay fuel, I beg your pardon, at the level that they were paying when they were in power, despite the introduction of this levy. Indeed, the minister has just demonstrated that available figures show that because of the consistent gains we have made in the value of the cedi, despite the introduction of this levy, we are going
Honorable
to have
Minister,
a net decrease.
Let me recognize Honorable Minority Chief.
Speaker, our colleague made a significant point, and this is a house of record. He says his administration has reduced taxes more than any other administration. I want to put it to him. Speaker, you increase the sustainability levy from 1% to 3%. And then the sunset clause...
Honorable member, what is your point of order?
Speaker, it's a statement
What
of
is
fact.
your
It
point
is
of
not
order?
fact. Speaker, I can reference order 1, 2, 3, but
What
that is not the
your
fact.
point of order?
I'm saying that statement is not true.
Because that is his opinion. You can also
Speaker,
disagree with
yes,
him.
but I'm putting it to him that they increased sustainability levy from 1% to 3%. The sunset clause, which was supposed to exit at 2025, they extended it to 2028.
The practice is that hold it when it gets to your turn. Then you can also place it on record. When it gets to your turn, then you can also place it on record. Your view can also be placed on record. And it is left out to the jury to decide what you said and what he said. Which one is correct?
Because in this house, it is also a practice that when somebody is speaking and he puts out an information which is falsehood, under order 122, we can come under that order,
you see,
and correct him.
The order that you are quoting, that the member is stating falsehood, you are delving into a matter of privileges. That is how it is. Invoke the order and see whether it will not be a matter of privileges. It will be a matter of privileges. You can look at the relevant order. So you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minority Chief Whip has spoken, but he has actually said nothing. Because I never said this government has reduced taxes more than any other government. I said this government has reduced hardships than any other government under the Fourth Republic, which is a fact. Indeed, the very commodity we are discussing, fuel, is cheaper now than when they left power. That is evidence of reducing hardship. Mr. Speaker, only last week or the week before, transportation prices fell by 15%. Mr. Speaker, there is evidence on the market that a gallon of oil, which sold above 1,000 Ghana cedis, now sells at 650 Ghana cedis. Yes. Mr. Speaker, multiple industries, including those who produce beverages, have announced significant reductions in the prices of their products. That is evidence of reducing hardships. Mr. Speaker, for the Ghanaian businessman who imported items, who used to exchange a dollar at 16 to 17 Ghana cedis, they now do so under 11 cedis. That is evidence of reducing hardships. So when I say that this government has done more to reduce hardships than any other under the Fourth Republic, I have spoken fact. It is grounded. But Mr. Speaker, I was making the point that whereas it is the duty of government to reduce hardships, it is also our duty to ensure that if we face imminent threats to the power sector, we act timeously to avert same. This arrangement, through the increase of ESLA, would ensure that at the very least this year, $500 million, equivalent to about 5.7 billion Ghana cedis, is available for the purchase of fuel. And Mr. Speaker, the only reason why fuel does not form part of power or electricity pricing is that they took a convenient political decision to exclude it in the price build-up, in the hope that they could defer today's problem to tomorrow. That kind of governance always catches up with you. Mr. Speaker, I also noted that my respected friend who spoke on their behalf cited percentages in order to create the impression of humongous increases. Mr. Speaker, the famous economics professor, Aaron Livingston, once said that statistics are like bikinis. What you see is suggestive, but what they conceal is vital. The reason why he cited percentages is to create a misleading impression that there has been an over-the-top increase in the price of fuel. But Mr. Speaker, the total cumulative effect of this increase will be a net reduction because other factors contributed to by the economic prudence of this government have resulted in a consistent downward trend in the price of fuel. Those are the facts that he sought to conceal by stating those misleading statistics. Mr. Speaker, it is all well and good. It is all well and good for them to play politics and purport to be outraged. A party that introduced more than 30 different taxes within a space of 30 years cannot possibly be outraged over a minimal increase in an existing tax. They cannot reprobate and approbate. They cannot love taxes and hate taxes at the same time. They cannot hate pork and eat pork soup. Mr. Speaker, if they were genuinely concerned about the Ghanaian people, they would not have slapped the multiplicity of taxes they did on them when they were in power. We are compelled to take this measure, and we do so at a time when we have demonstrated capacity to reduce the burden of the Ghanaian people. And we commit to using the resources that accrue from this increase in the levy in a manner that sustainably addresses the biggest risk to the Ghanaian economy, which is the debt overhang in the power sector. I urge my colleagues to move away from the grandstanding, to move away from the politicking, to move away from the pretense, and join us in this effort to resolve one of our biggest problems, because it will turn out that in the long run, we will permanently overcome what has become a cyclical problem which they struggled and failed to address. Mr. Speaker, I urge the House to back the Finance Minister and the Energy Minister in this nation building exercise, so that we may guarantee security of power going forward, so that our children do not have to shoulder the responsibility that we reneged on. I thank you so much for your...
Honorable former Minister, I intend to give the floor to Honorable Asafoje before you, because the statements that we were making while sitting, place it on record.
On record. Place it on record. Asafoje.
Honorable Amin, you have the floor. Honorable Amin, you have the floor.
Avenue. Place it on record. Avenue. Walk out, walk out. Avenue. They should walk out. They went to sleep. If you can't, just walk out.
You have the floor.
Didn't you pass the gold board? Search. Asafoje, on record. On record.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Amin Adams, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on this very important subject. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm surprised that my colleague on the other side, the Honorable Felix Kwachi, indicated that analysis based on percentages are misleading. That cannot be true. Whether you do absolute analysis based on absolute numbers or based on percentages, they are all correct. And so depending on what suits you, you can do analysis based on that. And so it will be intellectually incorrect to suggest that when you make analysis based on percentages, it's misleading. That cannot be true. Mr. Speaker, the government, this government, the NDC government, is taking Ghanaians for granted. The minister rightly said that as a result of the gains in the city, the value of the city, we are supposed to see that transmitted through prices. And therefore, is expecting the prices of petroleum products to even go down better. But that is the issue. Prices are supposed to go down when the city appreciates. That's the logical economic sequence. But my worry is that when prices are going to fall, should it be the duty of government to claw back the benefits that the Ghanaian people are to drive from the policy that you have touted so much here? Is it a crime? Is it a crime? The minister said that they have implemented good policies, they've implemented measures which are stabilizing the currency. And as a result of that, the petroleum product prices are going to fall. What crime has the people of Ghana committed such that when they are supposed to benefit from the appreciation in the value of the city through the prices of petroleum products, this government should claw back those benefits? What crime have they committed? And therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, it should be our responsibility for the people of Ghana to benefit from the policies that we make. We're all celebrating the appreciation in the value of the city. I celebrate it, but I'll even celebrate more if the benefits are felt through the prices of petroleum products. And why this government will claw back some of the benefits from the Ghanaian people bothers me. Mr. Speaker, that is not a responsible government, which is supposed to take back benefits the citizens of the country are to derive from its own policy. Mr. Speaker, this government, not long ago, they were here celebrating abolition of taxes. They were celebrating abolition of taxes. But I'm sorry to say that all the taxes they abolished, put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis. Put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis. This government is seeking to raise 5.7 billion Ghana cedis from the increase in the levies for petroleum products. Mr. Speaker, I said in this house during the debate on the budget that this government, in abolishing the taxes, was giving you something in your hand with the left hand, and they were going to take it back from your hand with their right hand. And not only take it from your hand, but take what was in your pocket in addition. And this is exactly what they are doing with the petroleum taxes that they are increasing. Mr. Speaker, we know, we've been in government before, you are in government today. We know the realities governments are faced with sometimes. Because every policy we make has trade-offs. Therefore, by stabilizing the city, petroleum product prices will fall. Revenue from petroleum taxes will also fall. I was expecting the minister to be candid with us. And as a result of that, the minister needed additional revenue to be able to balance the budget. Everybody will understand this. But to say that we are increasing these levies to address power sector challenges, these power sector challenges they've canvassed were equally canvassed during the presentation of the budget. The minister knew about all this and allocated 28 billion Ghana cedis for energy sector shortfall payment. He knew about that. And that's why he budgeted for the 28 billion. So if you are losing revenue from petroleum taxes because petroleum prices will go down as a result of the stabilization of the city. Tell us. But even if you are losing revenue there, Mr. Speaker, if you are losing revenue there, the Ghana Revenue Authority exceeded its revenue target in the first quarter by 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. They are on their way. They are on their way. I have seen the data to achieving about 3 billion Ghana cedis excess for the second quarter. And that should give you the 5 billion Ghana cedis the minister is seeking to raise from petroleum taxes. And so there's no justification for the increase in the levy on petroleum prices, Mr. Speaker. I'm even worried why this is being taken under certificate of urgency. Why should we take this under certificate of urgency? What has changed? That will warrant this House to take this bill under certificate of urgency. We are rushing to impose additional taxes on the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we kept the lights on in spite of the challenges they are talking about in the energy sector. We kept the lights on. And so if you cannot do it, give up. Tell the people of Ghana you cannot do it. We kept the lights on in spite of those challenges. You are talking about the debts in the energy sector. Now who caused some? Didn't you sign the take-or-pay contracts? And when you signed the take-or-pay contracts, did you incorporate the excess capacity into the tariffs? You didn't do that. Mr. Speaker, at the end of 2024, we closed the ESLA PLC. The ESLA PLC, which used to take almost half of the ESLA levies that were collected to service bonds, the ESLA bonds. We closed the program, which means that this government now has the full complement of all the levies collected. If you are collecting 6 billion Ghana cedis a year, and only 3 billion Ghana cedis was coming to you, now that you have the 6 billion Ghana cedis, is there any basis to go out and tax the Ghanaian people any further? There is no basis to do that, Mr. Speaker. And this is why I think that the minister should come again. This is exploitative. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to fuel cost, which, as I see on this report, the minister said is going to lead to increase in tariffs by over 50%. What fuel costs are we talking about? Liquid fuel. If you take the price built up for power, the power sector, for electricity, it includes fuel. Fuel has always been part of it. And then the formula does not differentiate whether it is liquid fuel or gas fuel. It is fuel. It is part of the composite tariff for generation. We know it. Honorable Abujinapo, you know what I'm talking about. Felix, you know what I'm talking about. Fuel has always been part of the build-up. And so I am surprised, even if it is liquid fuel, how much liquid fuel do we use? We use gas most of the time. The liquid fuel we use is so little to the extent that the fuel that they are now introducing, liquid fuel, will lead to tariff increase by 50%. Mr. Speaker, that cannot be true. Honorable Minister, come again. And so to conclude, right, Honorable Speaker, the MPP has a record of also reducing taxes. When it comes to even petroleum taxes, we have a record. We abolished the excise petroleum taxes. We reduced taxes on public lighting. We reduced taxes on the National Electricity Scheme. We reduced the special petroleum tax, which you people introduced at 18%. We reduced it to 13%. And we converted it from ad valorem tax to specific tax, so that it's no longer percentage, it is specific. We've done this before. And I was expecting that you, our friends and brothers on the other side, who have talked so much about tax increases under the MPP government, and that you were going to abolish it. You only abolished taxes that could not give us 5 billion, and you are turning around to impose taxes on the people of Ghana, to increase taxes and take 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, this is not good. We must let the Ghanaian people have confidence and trust in politicians. When we give something with the left hand and we take it back with the right hand, the people of Ghana lose that confidence and trust in us. So this House has a responsibility to reject this bill in order to inject confidence in the Ghanaian people that we can truly represent them in the affairs, in the governance of this country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Honorable John Jinapo, Minister for Energy and Green Transition.
Let me thank you. First of all, Mr. Speaker, this whole debate is about fuel prices and its impact. And we are having this debate because under the NDC government, fuel has reduced from about 15 point something to about 12 cedi. In fact, that is the whole debate. This whole debate is because of a reduction. But for that reduction, we will be debating. Because the debate is what reduction is the consumer getting? And what is government taking to support reliable, affordable, uninterruptible supply of power? This is it. Mr. Speaker, my good friend, the deputy ranking says that fuel prices will increase by 100%. With the greatest of respect, that is completely misleading. And in Wuntumi's words, Mr. Speaker, if I may borrow, once again, Mr. Speaker, if I may borrow the strong and venerable Wuntumi's
Honorable
words.
Minister, what is what is the meaning?
This cannot be the case. And to sum it in English, Mr. Speaker, it simply means that it's inaccurate. That is all. It simply means it's inaccurate. But Mr. Speaker, my good friend, Honorable former Finance Minister, talks about fuel prices. Honorable Aminanta, consumption increases by 300 megawatts every year. When we were handing over, we handed over the Atwabu gas processing plant. We handed over the ENI gas field with an integrated gas processing plant. Under your 8 years, you could not add even 1 kilometer of pipeline. 1 kilometer, one. Ghana Gas was moribund. There was no need, and yet you were buying liquid fuels. That means that you had no foresight. That means that you couldn't plan. If you had planned, today we won't be talking about liquid fuels. But under His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, I want to assure you, just as we did in 2015-2016, we are resolving the energy sector problems. We are dealing with it. And I'm happy to note that the power supply is improving day by day by day by day. Mr. Speaker, for the records, your last month in December, load shedding went as far as 790 megawatts. Today we are not shedding load. And he says that, Mr. Speaker, he says that, what are we doing? When we were leaving office, and these are facts, you know I don't joke with my facts. No, I don't joke with my facts. Because facts are sacrosanct. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion, but as for facts, there can only be one fact. When we were leaving office, the losses as far as ECG was concerned was 22%. Under your administration, the losses has gone up to about 40%. That is a fact, and you can check from the records. Mr. Speaker, when we're leaving office, the debt as of September 2017, and you can check ESLA PLC, was 9.7 billion cedis. You collected 45 billion and yet ended up a debt with about 80 billion to us. That is your record. That is your record. And when we NDC members of John Mahama's administration, when we are taking pragmatic steps, smart moves, intellectual moves to address the situation, you want to antagonize us? Please retreat. Retreat, because this will not help you. Mr. Speaker, let me assure you that unlike the previous administration, we decided to use ESLA proceeds to pay for pension funds. We will use these funds judiciously for the energy sector. And I tell you, we are determined to turn this sector around. Mr. Speaker, on this note, and on this auspicious note, let me make it clear that irrespective of the 1 cedi, we are not going to see an increase in the price of pump price at the petroleum sector. It is only an intelligent government that can do this. No, it's only a smart government. It's only a government with acumen that can do this. You had 8 years, you messed the economy up, you took us to IMF, you gave us a haircut, you gave us higher inflation, a higher exchange rate, and when we have taken over and we are turning things around, you want to instigate the people around us. It will not work, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana knows better. And I tell you that we will turn this economy around. I have confidence in President Mahama.